You guys, we're doing it again. A redo.
Yay!
Suzanne the Redux. Woo! I have to hit the slide whistle to give me that energy that I need. Here we go. My guest today has been getting paid to perform for 2 weeks longer than I've been alive. We're going to talk about all that and more, but first, can I just make my own talk show? Well, apparently I can, and I just did. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dave Brenn Show, the only balloon talk show that's executive produced by my cat, Baby Shark the cat. I am super excited to have you all here. Every week we talk to amazing balloon artists and performers from around the world and ask them a little bit about their life. Today we have the amazing Suzanne Haring in the house. And also in the house, as we have every single week, we have my live Zoom audience. We're going to cut to the live Zoom audience right now. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see it from the live Zoom audience. I love these people. They come to the show every week. We've got Suzanne Haring, my guest today. We got Sam Cremines, who is off camera at the moment. Oh, there he is. We got Cheryl. We've got John, Rob, Lisa, Cherie, also not on camera right now, Janice, and of course, Smarty Pants on his boat. Ooh, ooh. Smarty, where'd you say that boat came from?
Well, after the election, a lot of those boaters had to unload some of their stock, so I picked up this off the Trump boat train. You Biden bucks. Things are going cheap post-election, and that's where I jump in.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And that, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering, is the extent of the political discussion that I allow on the Dave Brenn Show. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining me in the live studio audience. I really could not and would not want to do a talk show without a live audience, and I'm super grateful that you guys show up every week. And in fact, we want to do a little bit of a celebration here today because we have a birthday in the house. Well, a little bit of a belated birthday. Lisa McIntyre, whoop whoop, is celebrating her birthday this week. And actually, this is a pretty jam-packed week. Several other balloon artists have their birthdays in the same span of about 5 or 6 days. Also celebrating their birthday earlier this week, Buster Balloon and Marie Dadao. And also, my mom celebrated her 63rd birthday on Saturday. So all together, ladies and gentlemen, actually, you know what, everybody, turn your mics on. I got my piano here. We're going to sing happy birthday. Here's your note. Happy. Oh, that's a really low one, but we're going to go for it. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa,
Insert
and
name
Bob
here.
and Marie and my mom.
Especially mom.
Happy birthday to you. Woo! Well, thanks to the magic of Zoom, none of those were synced up, and that, I think, is hilarious. Thank you so much, everybody in the audience. And before we head back, before we close out the Zoom audience here, first I want to give a challenge, because every episode I like to give a challenge to my live Zoom audience. Those of you watching, if you have a balloon handy, this is your challenge. As you know, it's going to be Thanksgiving this month. We're in November already, believe it or not. So I've got a balloon challenge for you using only one balloon. And it can be any balloon of your choice. It could be a round balloon. It could be a 260, whatever. Make your best balloon turkey. All right? Your best balloon turkey. Hit us with it. I'm going to come back at the end of the show. Susie and I are going to determine which is the best balloon turkey from the live Zoom. Ooh, excuse me. I had a burp there. It's live. Too bad. We're going to see who has the best one balloon turkey at the end. Now, I'm really excited for this whole month of shows. I've got lots of great guests lined up. And also the theme for this month, since it's going to be Thanksgiving, the theme is gratitude. And I got to tell you, I have really a whole lot to be thankful for. I know there's been really just a whole lot bad that went on this year, but through it all, I've managed to find moments to grow personally, relationships to develop and foster, new skills like doing this talk show, and also just really deepening certain connections with the community of balloon twisters at large. And something really cool has started happening this year, which I wasn't expecting, which is I started getting random gifts in the mail from my balloon friends and even like just balloon acquaintances, people that I have met a couple of times at conventions, but I don't know them that well. But they just decided to like take a moment to show some gratitude for what I do and drop something in the mail. And that means really a lot to me. Earlier this week, I got a thank you card from Corey Moorhead. This was a thank you card for something that I sent her. So she was showing me gratitude. And I am absolutely grateful that she decided to take the time to write a thank you note, which I feel like is just a thing we don't do anymore, right? Like, when was the last time you actually took out a pen and paper and actually hand wrote a thank you note to someone? So I'm going to encourage all of you out there watching the show, if there's someone in your life who you think deserves a real genuine thank you from them, take the time to get out a little note card, handwrite something to them, and drop it in the mail. They're really going to appreciate it. Thank you, Corey Moorhead. I appreciate that. And also, Matt Slayton sent me a collection of these amazing Winship Mills handmade soaps from Mulberry, Indiana. There's 2 of them. He actually sent me 3 bars, and I've already started using one of them. It's currently in my bathroom, and it is amazing. It smells great. When I get out of the shower, my whole bathroom smells delicious. This one is citrus basil. I can't wait to start using that one. And this one is white sage and lavender. Thank you so much, Matt Slayton, for sending these to me. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you. And of course, I am eternally grateful and appreciative of my patrons over at patreon.com/Dave Brenn, which will scroll down right over here. I'm going to talk more about my Patreon later in the show, but just so you know, if you are my patron, I'm very grateful for you. Thanks, guys. All right, so I think we should jump into it. What do you guys say? Let's introduce to the show my guest for today and my good friend, Suzanne Haring. Yeah, Suzanne. Woo! Welcome to the show, Susie.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Dave and your audience. I have an instrument too.
You have an instrument. You're a star.
You hear it?
I hear it. Oh, it's dingly. I like it.
It's dingly right in my ear. Look, Smarty Pants.
The Smarty Pants care? No, Smarty Pants.
It's
not
definitely going to be the dingling show tonight.
Smarty Pants is busy working on his competition piece or just baking something. I'm not really sure. He could be doing anything. All right, Suze, before we get too much further, we need to address the 38-year-old elephant in the room. So I am 38 years old. I was born on April 21st, 1982, and fairly early on in our friendship, we discovered that your first paid gig was
like April 2nd, 1982.
That is mind-blowing. That is crazy.
Tell me about it.
Well, you know what? You're the guest. Why don't you tell us about it?
Oh, man, that you stinker, you. I was just thinking I was just going to be able to sit here and not talk. It was great. Yeah.
That's not how talk shows work, pal. Sorry.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, I've been doing this. I've been getting paid for this since 1982, early April. But I've been performing since way before that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. In fact.
How before?
How before? How about I was in an opera in utero.
In utero? That sounds rude.
Yes,
are
utero.
We allowed to say that word on the show?
Yes, we are.
I'll have to check with my producer. But
So
my producer's
utero.
a cat, so he doesn't know anything.
Well, yes. Okay. So did you see all that editing that just went on? So utero is not the name of the opera, even though it sounds like one.
Sounds like
Utero,
one.
utero. I know it sounds a bit bizarre. That's yeah. Anyway, so my mom was an opera singer, and she was pregnant with me. When she was pregnant with me, she was performing in this opera, and some of you might know the answer to this because some of you
Ooh,
might have
if you
been-
know the answer and you're not Rob Belchunas, put the answer in the comments right now. We'll see
what
if somebody gets
opera
it.
would be the most appropriate opera for me to have been in utero in?
We'll see if they. We'll see if. Oh, Lisa guessed it correctly.
Lisa was here last week. Ah!
Good guess, Lisa. Suzanne, I mean, how freaking appropriate that in utero you were in Pagliacci.
Pagliacci, which is the opera about clowns and wife beating. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, I was referring to the wife beating part, not the clown part.
Of course. But the guy singer, the tenor, the bass, whatever they're called. I was very anti-opera growing up. I just made fun of opera because you know what it's like to grow up as a daughter of an opera singer. You know, when you're a kid, you get yelled at, and of course, I got yelled at a lot. So, but when he killed my mom. He fell on her sobbing, but he actually fell on her that one night, and like they were all like, "Oh my god!"
Oh no!
So that was probably my first of many concussions. Was
That
in
explains a lot.
Explains a lot. So I know it's just ridiculous. But there was a little follow up to that. So it's an opera about clowns, and then I discovered, well, you know, it was a good thing she wasn't doing a different opera like Carmen or something, you know. Then I'd have a different job.
That's true. Thankfully.
It's true because yeah, but don't step on my punchline. But I'd still be making money doing tricks. And I wrote that joke in stand-up comedy class.
And the lesson is just let Suze finish because there's always a punchline. Oh my gosh. That's great. So you have been, among many other things, a stilt walker, face painter, balloon artist, clown, mime. What else? Am I missing anything in your like vast repertoire of skills?
I'm still face painting, balloon artist, improv performer, balloon wrangler.
Ooh, balloon wrangler.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I made it up. Balloon wrangler. No, it's a nicer way of saying balloon rhymes with a witch. On big projects, I've been the stage manager.
Ah, right.
I didn't know that was a skill I had until Larry Moss of the wonderful Origami, who you've had on your show before, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yes.
I had done the second Balloon Manor as a person, like, you know, being there to do it. And then for the third Balloon Manor, he asked me if I would like to come on staff and be like the stage manager type.
Which is like such an important job. Yeah.
It is. And I learned how to use one of these that I have like right by me, a clipboard. I became clipboard girl. And he noticed that I had a proclivity of being really nosy and always asking people what's going on. So he found a way to use that skill for good and not for evil. And
right.
he said, you seem to have a way with people that you can go talk to them without pissing them off. So
right.
Most of the 95% of the time, I think I can do that. Don't talk to my siblings. Okay. So next question.
Well, that's great. I mean, having worked on several large builds, us balloon artists aren't typically focused on the bigger picture. We're all kind of like
focused at all.
What we're doing, and to have someone like you who's like going around making sure we're all on task, that's super important.
Well, we did it together in at the Enchanted Garden at Donna and Jason's wedding down in Australia, where I said, would you like me to use my skills as a balloon manager? Please, thank you. And that was great because guess what that did for me too was something else that so many of you have noticed. When I'm at a balloon thing, no one has ever seen me twist a balloon.
This is true. This is something I have definitely noticed about you. Like, I have been with you at pretty much every balloon convention, every twist and shout I've seen you at. Not a balloon in your hand. Lots of conversations, but no balloons.
But we've also done gigs together, so you know I can do it.
You do thankfully twist balloons when we do gigs together, which I'm appreciative of.
I know, it's like, thank goodness.
Well, speaking of gigs, so I mean, you've done it all. You've done every different kind of gig and event that there is out there, but a lot's changed for you in the last few years. And before we like kind of jump into like what has changed for you, or maybe as a lead in to what has changed for you, I want to ask you, what are you grateful for this month, this day?
A great question for this month, because it is Thanksgiving month, and but I've discovered being grateful every stinking day is really important. What I'm grateful for is the capacity to learn, the opportunity to continue to grow as people. And I'm just making this up now. I told you improv, but when we stop growing, we kind of die. And if we to have a growth mindset is such a gift, because a lot of times we start to get limiting beliefs, and we just start to look at things in our little tiny perspective, and it gets very, So to be able to keep expanding our acceptance of stuff, so that and that has brought me to that I can't speak English anymore.
That's okay. This show is dubbed in French, so it's fine.
Okay, great. You have to talk like this, like you're smelling something really bad. Anyway, so that does bring me around to what am I doing now that there's no gig work?
What are you doing now?
What am I doing? Well, a lot of people may have noticed that I had a little bit of a transformation. Well, actually, a lot of people didn't notice, but it's time to stand up.
I certainly noticed.
Standing up, yay!
Look at Suze. She is half the person she used to be.
I think I lost a quarter or a third, but I lost 50 pounds about a little over 2 years ago. And I did it by working with a health coach, and I've kept it off because what I did was I changed my habits, and it's about changing your lifestyle. And I worked with a health coach who put together the right plan for me. And part of it is it's not a diet. It's about learning to create healthier habits, and those are healthier habits of nutrition, but it's also sleep and movement and mindset. And the mindset changes have been the best thing for me, because it's great to be at a weight that I was when I was a young mime in New York, and I could rock a unitard. I mean, I could have put a unitard on a few years ago, but then I would have looked like a lady at Walmart, if you know what I mean. Right. But, I'm comfortable in my skin now. I wasn't, a couple of years ago, I found myself, I just had gained slowly and insidiously this weight gain. And I was getting older, and I was looking down the barrel of turning 60, which is like, what? How did that happen? Aren't I still 16? And I found myself depressed and waking up every morning really unhappy.
Yeah.
My kid was going to be going off to college. I was just bursting out of my clothes, like my shirt, so the button was going to pop off any second. And it's much better if someone loses their eyes because it's all fun and games, not because your button just hit them in the eyeball. So I was bursting out of those, and I was not comfortable, and I needed a change. And I saw one friend after another lose weight and keep it off, and they all had the same coach. And so, oops, I'm sorry, my alarm's going off.
Nice little theme music for Suze losing weight.
I know, and I danced to that. Oh, thank you, Marty Pants. So I forgot where I was. Oh, hold on a second. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Not just a squirrel, it's a shiny squirrel. Yeah, Lisa. This arrived in the mail to me last year. Speaking of gifts in the mail,
Yeah.
nobody's name was on it, right? And I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, somebody knows about the squirrel. A lot of people know about the squirrel underpants that I use in my act, right?
Yeah.
But the person who sent this to me, Lisa, did not know about the squirrel underpants. But what
Really?
Lisa and I always talk about is I'm so ADD that it's like, oh, squirrel, oh, shiny object, oh, shiny squirrel, oh, shiny squirrel. And so she sent me this shiny squirrel. And
What a great gift.
underpants say they've been customized and it says purple on them. And purple is my favorite color. But Lisa and I also, we share, we wear that same brand of underpants that are all that like all different patterns and stuff. And we discovered this the first time out of a million times that we've been roommates when we were in Houston building this gigantic space shuttle, 60 feet tall, out of balloons with origami. And we were sharing a room, and one of the local balloon artists said, well, I'll do your laundry for you. Okay, great. And she brings them back and it's like, oh, those are my underpants. No, they're mine. No, they're mine. No, they're mine. Oh my God, we wear the same underpants.
Oh, all right.
Or should I stay off screen?
I think we
Anyway.
hold on. We're gonna let you take a breath for a second. This underpants really got us all very excited. Wait, what else do you have here? What is it?
It's the squirrel underpants.
Yes.
This is, and Lisa didn't know, but I use these in my act. It is my most important tool for getting kids to laugh whenever I want them to.
Nice. Listen, Suze, we got to take a real quick break. Can we come back? When we come back, I want to talk about, because I know what the next topic of conversation is, and that is April. For those of you who don't know, you're about to know who April is. Am I correct? Right?
Is April my coach?
Wait, yes, it is. That's where we were about to go. But before we talk a little bit more about that, first it's time for a quick sponsor break in the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't do the show without my amazing sponsors. First of all, my patrons right down here, patreon.com/Dave Brenn. If you become a patron, what you get is access to my entire catalog of instructional videos. It's like, I don't know, it's over 40 videos. It's well over 100 hours of content. I haven't actually done the math. It might be more than that. And all of that stuff is hosted over on balloonartistcollege.com. Also, if you join balloonartistcollege.com, you get access to their whole catalog of professional development stuff. So if you want to learn anything from like balloon twisting and face painting, like the skills of being an entertainer, but also the nitty gritty. They got a lot of business stuff and how to do marketing and email campaigns and all that stuff. Check out Balloon Artists College. Also, my show is sponsored by the amazing folks over at Pops Trading Cards. I've got my whole big stack of awesome Pops Trading Cards here. I think some of my audience members are in my stack today. Let me see. Yeah, I got a Smarty Pants card. He's in the audience today. I thought I had... No, I guess I don't have them. I thought I had a Lisa McIntyre, but I guess I don't. But also, Pops Trading Cards has made my new favorite card, a limited edition run. This is, if you can't quite see it, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Brenn card. And the description on the back will explain it all, and I will read it here. This was designed by and requested by Martin Lemire. Martin, thank you. I love you. At Twist and Shout this year, he went on stage and imitated me, among many other balloon artists. And this is essentially what he said as me on stage. I'm not even going to attempt to do his impersonation of me. Hi, I'm Dave Brenn. You knew me as David Brennian, but I decided to change my name to Dave Brenn after Shayna and I split up. But now I'm okay. Recently, I met another amazing person, but unfortunately, that didn't work out either, and we split up. And she ran away with all my vowels. So now I'm changing my name to Dave Brenn. This is real. They printed it. It's an actual card, and they made it for me.
Brenn.
I love Pop's trading cards. You guys are amazing. Thank you for that. They also make this awesome Dave Brenn Show sticker, which, I mean, that's a pretty darn good likeness if I don't say so myself. Check that out. Head over to popstradingcards.com to get your own Pop's Trading cards, your own Dave Brenn sticker, and of course, your own Dave Brenn trading card. And of course, I want to thank personally, by name, my patrons. Every episode, if you've been watching, you know I put a penny in my gratitude jar for each one of my patrons, and I've been adding them to the jar in the order that they have joined my Patreon. So far, we've gone from December 2018 all the way up to the end of April 2019, and today, so far we've got 31 cents in the jar. We're going to add a few more today. We're going to add the May of 2019 patrons. Thank you all so much. We are going to add Christina Ransom. Thank you, Christina. We're going to add R. David Robinson. Thank you, David, for joining. We're also going to add Bradley Mock. If you don't know him, Bradley Mock and his brother, the Balloon Brothers, do some amazing balloon tutorials. They have great designs, very cute, very nice tutorials. Check them out. Also, Ronnie the Balloon Gal. If you don't follow her on Instagram and TikTok, you are missing out. She has some fantastic.
Love her TikTok.
Isn't she so good? God,
She's
I
the
love
best.
her TikTok. And finally, we have Alan Davis. Alan Davis, thank you so much. That makes 36 cents in the gratitude jar. My goal by the end of 2022 is to have $10 in this here jar. I know it's crazy, but so am I. Thanks to all my patrons. Thanks to all my amazing sponsors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get back to my guest, Suzanne Haring. Suzanne, welcome back to the show, pal.
Well, thank
right.
you. I was looking for my little thing to go ding and I lost. Oh, there it is.
Oh, here, get your little thing to go ding. We have to have a lot of slide whistle and ding in this here show.
So, hey, speaking of your Patreon and your sponsors, I would like to become a sponsor too of the Brenn Show.
I would absolutely love that. Thank you.
So, well, you know, this is kind of stealing this from Annie when Annie was on your show. But so back to the story, and I'll weave this in really fast because I want to talk about some other stuff too. I just, I became a coach after I lost my weight to help other people on the journey that I went on. And Lisa McIntyre, raise your hand. Lisa has become a coach also. Lisa's lost, she's lost me, 130, right? So I'm 125. So add another ham. Yay!
Hey, let's give a Zoom round of applause for Lisa.
Yeah, and I mean, Lisa's been working with other balloon artists and friends of hers and family. You guys have seen Stephanie Morass. She is, she's lost did she lose 100 already? She lost 100 already.
Wow.
So we're melting away, and then we're going from rounds to skinnies to, and then Annie was my first client. Annie made me be a coach. I wasn't going to be a coach. Annie made me. She's like, Susie, I want to do what you did. And I'm like, great, go to April. She's my coach. She's fantastic. She goes, no, but I want you to coach me because April's a muggle and you know how to do this as a performer. I'm like, okay. Little did I realize that, well, April coached me, duh. But I'm really glad it was can I just say that's what I'm most grateful about, that Annie asked me to coach her because so I started coaching 2 years ago, right after I lost my weight, and we team coach. It's an apprenticeship model. It's not just like I just said, okay, I'm going to coach now, and I knew how to do it. And I trained. They give us great training, and I've learned a whole lot. And I've helped over 300, maybe 350 people start on their journey. At least 175 of them are my direct clients.
Wow.
But I have coaches that I'm training, and they're coaching people. So
cool.
This is we coach to healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. So it is helping. Annie is now paying her bills. All right. So COVID happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
No gigs. Annie's paying her bills because of this. I am totally paying my bills because of this. But last year was my first full year of coaching. Like when I first started coaching, I was coaching first Annie, then another friend, and I was like, la, 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 just coaching, those who wanted help. And then I looked at my retirement fund, because remember I said I turned 60, and I looked at my retirement fund. And how many of us in this industry think that we're kind of in a state of suspended adolescence and we play for a living, right?
Hello, that's me.
Hello, we play for a living,
Yeah.
and we won't grow up. I won't grow up, right?
Yeah.
And then 60 comes along, and it's like, oh, shoot, I didn't save enough. Now, I had started saving when I was in my 30s, but then I moved and I had a baby. I stopped saving, and then I forgot. I forgot to start, putting money in my pension plan. So I looked at my retirement fund, and there wasn't enough fund there. And I went, let me look into this business.
Yeah.
And I asked my coach, April, I said, show me the money. I Jerry Maguired her, and she did. And she said, my kid is not my retirement plan, John. My kid turned into a musician like his father.
Yeah.
So anyway, she showed me, it's a really great business model. I turned it around. I decided to be a little more intentioned in it. And last year, I pretty much matched my income as a performer as a health coach. So I was able to stick that money in the bank, which was great. And I ran my entertainment business. And David, it's not just me being a performer, it's me hiring out other performers like you, like
Right.
Rob. We would go do SpaceX's company party and all these other events. So I was juggling a lot, and I don't juggle. Right, Cheryl? You saw me in China. I don't juggle. But so I just, I love it because I get paid to do something that I love to do, which is help people. Now, as a performer, I always help people have a great time at an event. And they're going to remember it. They're going to have memories to take with them throughout their life, but it fizzles away. Now I'm helping people change their life. It's
Right.
humbling. Rather than being proud about it, it's truly humbling. And the most humbling part is, it's one thing to say, look at Lisa. Lisa's made an amazing transformation. I made a transformation. Annie's made a transformation. But the first time that one of my clients said, oh, my blood pressure medicine is down. My blood pressure, is down to normal. It's the first time it's been normal in years. And then that's happened. And people are getting off their diabetes medication, and their blood pressure is coming down to normal. And so this is obesity, and overweight is an epidemic in our country and in the world. And none of us, just like those of us in the entertainment industry, we never saved enough for retirement. We also don't take care of our bodies. We will spend excessive amounts of money and time and energy on balloons, on learning new tricks, on getting new props, on buying stuff. I edited myself. You heard me. And we will not take care of ourselves.
I spent like $20 on just this slide whistle.
Oh, you should see what I've spent on my kazoos that look like trombones that it's in the balloon room I can't get into.
Hey, big slide whistle.
Anyway,
sponsor my show, please.
You get to write it off. Anyway, so we don't take care of ourselves. And what is our most important tool?
Our body.
Our body and our mind, right? And if we don't take care of our body and our mind, we can't survive. Or we get to a point where, it's sadly, how many clowns are out there in those little scooters, or little, balloon artists in little,
the rascal clowns, we call them?
Rascal clowns. Yeah. And they don't have to, that doesn't have to be that way. And it's not because of what we eat that makes us overweight, but it's what we think. It's having emotional mismanagement. And that's what we coach to. It's not about, oh, here, eat this and this and this. No, we coach to how to think better, and how to accept what the world gives, what happens in the world, and how to become the, I always say it the wrong way. It's the crud. I always say master of your domain. But if any of you are Seinfeld watchers, know what that means. But it's actually about being the dominant force in your life, right? Yeah. It's about it's about being responsible. Right. And it sounds like it's adulting. Oh God, I can't tell you how much better I feel now that I've learned to adult, because adulting isn't the boring stuff. Adulting is like the freedom of like, holy cow, this is all my choice.
Right.
I get to choose how I feel and respond to the world. So that's what I coach to.
That's great.
And I love it. And I love helping people change their lives. And I love helping me change my life. So if anybody, so back to the Patreon thing, if anybody would like to see if this is a good fit for them, reach out to me. And if you saw this on the show, I am going to make a donation to Dave's Patreon. I will give
Thank you, Sue.
Dave a $25 grant, and I will give you a $25 grant, whoever you are, if you say that you saw me on Dave Brenn's show.
That is
Start
a
plan.
very, very generous offer. Thank you, Suze. I appreciate it. You did steal the idea from Annie, but you know what? I don't care, because it's going to potentially get some money for my
But
show.
you know what? If
Steal
you know
away.
Annie, if you know Lisa, if you're closer friends with Lisa or Annie, go work with them. It's okay. This is there's enough people who are need better health out there for all of us. You know, in fact, and if you're looking for a part-time job, I can help you. If you want to make an extra $500 a month, if you want to make an extra $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, if you want to fully support yourself. Now, I'm making more now than I did as an entertainer last year.
Right. And I'm sure a lot
I am
of your
making more
entertainers-
now.
Yeah.
And guess what? I don't have to keep all that crap in my balloon room anymore if I don't want to. I don't have to do any prepping and schlepping, and I don't spend the money on all the props. So
Right.
COVID's been really good to show me that I can survive not as a performer and do a job that I love and I can move forward with, because I'm 62. Whenever COVID ends, it might be 62 or 63 or 64. How many more years am I going to want to do stilts? How many more years are people going to want to hire me to do stilts? Oh, let's hire that stilt walker who's on Medicare.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I'll just get the big giant walker. But I mean, I'm going to be in great physical shape, but do I want to do it anymore? I love 38 years. I had a great run. Movie premieres for Disney for the last 15, 20 years. I walked on stilts at the White House 4 years ago. That was amazing. I was on site for 3 days. And Gary Marshall put me into his last movie, Balloon Lady. I wrote a part for you in my new movie. I'm like, oh yeah, sure you did. And he did.
That's great.
What else am I going to do? Little Johnny's birthday party. I love Little Johnny's birthday parties. I've done 1 million of them. They're great. But you know what? And I've done a lot of the movie premieres for Disney. I feel like I'm at a time where I can move over and say, you guys, you want to take this? It's a great job.
You've done it. And
I've done it.
You've done it. You've been there. You've been at the pinnacle. And I mean, you're certainly still utilizing all of those skills that you've developed over your career, right? I mean,
I do comedy coaching, babe.
we don't call you Schmoozanne for no reason.
That's right.
It takes a lot of good talking and interpersonal skills to do the job that you're doing.
It is, and it really is it's an extension of being a performer, because as a performer, we need to learn to listen to our audience, and we need to interact and see what they need. And I'm relearning that from this point of view.
Right.
So it's been really, really awesome. And so, so if anybody wants to explore what it could be like for them to be a coach.
And they can get in touch with you via Facebook, is that correct?
Facebook, Suzanne Haring, SUZANNE HARING. That's a ha with a ring to it. It's not herring like the fish.
Got it. Perfect.
Susan Haring, that's my evil doppelganger.
How many times have you spelled your name for someone? I mean, that just like rolled off the tongue. I love it. I know. But I just wanted to, but I wanted to leave everybody with some value. I want to remind you to take care of yourselves. I mean, you don't have to come and do our program. I would love for you to, because it really is a proven program. However, take care of yourselves. Drink more water. Where is it? Do 100 ounces of water a day, right? So, bonus ideally drink your water out of your very own Dave Brenn show theme.
I gotta get one of those, and or two, so when I break the handle I can still hold it. But drink more water. You get added bonuses. You get extra exercise, running to the bathroom more, right, Lisa?
Yes.
and get some exercise in. A little daily exercise ain't going to kill you. It's going to keep from killing you. Get into doing some personal development books. Get them. Work on yourself. Do personal development.
Can I ask, are there any dance moves that you would recommend to do?
Oh, yes, Dave. Thank you so much. I completely forgot. This is my second or third Zoom today. So here comes the little dance. Shirt, so I can show off my zombie.
Whoa, okay,
shirt.
the show is rated PG-13. Take it easy.
I know, but it's my zombie balloon shirt. See, now.
Oh, I love
one
that
of my
shirt.
favorite. Right? It was one of my favorite shirts, but then when I got too small for my shirt, I got to give it to Annie Banani, who had just shrunk down to fit into my old size, and I bought the new shirt.
Amazing.
But now she needs one of these too. So anyway, here goes the dance. It goes like this. You know what that is?
What is it?
Is a bun dance. A bun dance, because I live in a state of, do it with me with the hand motions, abundance.
Wait, hold on. I got to switch to gallery view. Do it one more time. Here we go. You live in the state of what?
I live in a state of abundance.
That looked
and that's
great.
my husband. I know. You guys are really good at that. Lisa's practiced. We've done this before. So live in a state of abundance. Everybody, think about 3 things a day to be grateful for. Start your day being grateful. Start your day with the intention of giving back to the world. Who can you help today? If you're feeling crappy, do something for somebody else.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Do something for somebody else. And don't wait for the feeling to come. Act your way into feeling. Don't feel your way into an action. It's never going to work. It's never going to happen. Just like for me, when I was building those big giant costumes that I wear on stilts at movie premieres, I never started building them till 10 p.m. the night before. It's crazy stuff because I was waiting for the muse to hit me. And the muse was, if you don't start building now, you're not going to have this freaking thing done for tomorrow morning. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it was. What do I have? 1 more minute, 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes?
We've got 1 more minute, but then we got to move to, you're going to need to help me judge. Hopefully we've got.
Oh yeah. Okay, so here are the other takeaways that I forgot that I wanted to say last time.
Yeah.
So I've studied with a lot of great people. So I realized the theme in my life is to learn something and then study with the masters. Go find whoever's the best at what you want to do and study with them. I studied clowning with Avner the Eccentric. I studied performance with, I went to Jeff McBride's mystery school way before we did the mystery school for balloon artists, which was totally cool. I studied improv with Gary Austin, who started the Groundling Theater, which is where a lot of the Saturday Night Live people came from. I've studied mime with Moni Yakim, who was from Marceau's company, and and physical acting, and study as many different things as you can, and just keep pouring it in, and it's a stew of you. It's a used to, and then work on you and become the best person you can be. So your clients and your people will all fall in love with you, who you are. Don't get all fakey. Be vulnerable, be real. I studied with a great acting teacher in New York, Carol Fox Prescott. So take all of those things, let it flow through you, and then whoever you are comes through. And then be you. You do you. You know what I'm talking about?
I gotta be me.
I know.
I love that. I love used to. Get used to making yourself a used to. That's a good one for you, Suze. Look at that.
I'm writing that on my whiteboard. Get used to. I have a whiteboard right over my thing. Used to making. What did you say?
Get used to making your used to.
Used to. Awesome.
I'm glad I could give you something.
How come my clone isn't here? Where is Miss Molly Balloons?
Miss Molly Balloons is currently on a plane to Los Angeles for, I think, a gig of some kind. I know. She's just all over the world right now. Suze, thank you so much. This was an absolute delight. You're an absolute delight.
You're an absolute delight.
We're going to check in real quick here with my live Zoom audience. Hopefully, some of you out there have managed to make yourself a one balloon turkey. If you did make a one balloon turkey, hold it up in front of the camera right now. If nobody made a one balloon turkey, don't worry, I can cut this part out. Oh, check it out. We've got 4, 5, 6. Lisa, that's cheating. I mean, Rob's also cheating, but
Lisa, what'd you do?
we're gonna let him
Is
do
that
it.
last week's, Lisa?
Oh, wait. Oh, she's got from last week? That's totally
Lisa's got
totally
last
legitimate.
week's.
Totally legitimate. Okay, we're going to start first with John Watkins. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. John Watkins has a one balloon chrome turkey, complete with waddle. That looks very good, very good. We're going to move to Cherie. I don't have one. Okay, that's okay. She tried. Oh, wait, no, she does. She does. Okay, there we go. What do we got? We've got just the drumstick. What happened to the rest of it? Oh no! Oh, okay. I thought that was just the head. I was going to be a little creeped out for a second. That is your chrome. That's the complete turkey. And let me see the drumstick again. We got a drumstick. Okay, very nice. I like the mime action that goes along with it too. It really makes it extra real. All right, who's next? Hold up your turkey. Let's see. Janice. Excuse me. Let's see your turkey. Oh, it's very cute. I like the face on your turkey. That's very
Cute
cute.
face.
Okay. Oh,
Turkey
she doesn't
face.
like it though. Okay, so
I like the tail.
thankfully you don't get to vote. We vote. Lisa, what do we got? This is a little tiny shrinky-dink version of last week's 160 turkey.
So I want to know if that is a 161 or is that last week's that just shrunk down? It is last week's that shrunk down.
But it was a 160 to begin with, wasn't it? It was a 160 to begin with, so it's extra shrinky-dinky. And of course we have Rob. Rob, what did you make?
I was channeling my Suzanne Haring, and I didn't actually twist anything at the jam.
All right, Rob, even if you don't win, you get a bonus point for referencing the guest. And Marty Pants made a turkey with googly eyes on it. We gotta love it. Let me see him from the side. Let's get the profile view. Looking good. Oh, is it on a hairband, or are you just holding it? What is that on the bottom? No, that's just your hand is invisible. Got it. Got it. Okay. All right, Suze.
You should
help me
stop
out.
using a flesh screen and switch to a green screen.
Yeah. All right, what do you think, Suze? Do you have any favorites?
Shrinky Dinks.
Shrinky
Oh,
Dinks.
Shrinky Dinks.
Everybody hold your turkey up one more time.
Oh, this is really tough.
This is tough. I know. I know.
This is tough.
Um,
Most food made out of rubber is tough.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of a fan of Smarty because he utilized googly eyes, although I did specify it's a one balloon contest, so I'm not sure if we can really allow that. I like that Lisa is recycling.
I do too.
That's a good thing.
I do too. You know, there's nothing like leftover turkey.
There's nothing like leftover turkey. Oh, okay. You know what?
My vote goes for the leftover.
I think that's going to clinch it. Leftover turkey has won the day. And also, it's her birthday, for criping out loud. Let's hear it for Lisa McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay!
She has won. She has won. Lisa, the award is you get yourself a pack of Pops trading cards. So I'm going to make sure that the folks over at popstradingcards.com know that you are our winner this week. Thank you so much to my live Zoom audience. Give yourselves a big Zoom round of applause. You guys were great. Thanks again to my amazing guest, Suzanne Haring.
Thanks, Dave.
Can't
Can't we take them off mute? Because we forgot we were going to try to see if we could have clappers on this one.
Clappers?
Well,
That's right. I totally forgot. Yes, you know what? Let's everybody turn off your mute. Or
We
rather,
want an audience with audience sounds. It's weird to do this without audience sounds.
to close out the show, give us a big round of
Okay,
applause,
that's weirder.
everybody. Woo!
Yay! Thanks,
Thank
you
all
guys.
so much.
Oh, and next time, ask me about, what stories you want to hear.
Thank
Like
you guys
the
for coming to
coroner.
the show. Make sure you check out my next show. My guest is going to be Dana Benedict, who is a singer-songwriter and also a phenomenal, very unique clown. The show is produced by my cat, Baby Shark the Cat. The theme music is by Adi Somek and the Unpoppable Trio. My graphics are by Jonathan Wilson. And I have been Dave Brenn. My guest has been Suzanne Haring. And we'll see you all next time. Thanks, everybody. Woo! We did it! Great show, everybody!
And you recorded.
And I
Yay.
recorded.
We're still recording.
We're still recording.
Still recording.
Yeah.